Welcome to Danu on Fire right here on High TV, and we are full of flavors this week. I'm tasting Italian. It's of course Harpo and his life journey in food and hospitality and so much more. A man who I truly respect and honor. I'm happy to have him on the show, and let's start this epic food journey. So Harpo's tight schedule and my late schedule sort of works hand in hand right now. Behind me is the first Sri Lanka's only moving pizza machine.
Yep.
Yeah?
That's right.
I think I'm going to let you all get to work.
Yeah.
Because, tell me Harpo, you are competing when I say pizza
Yes.
with not local, not international, but a global thing.
Yes.
I'm sure if in the moon, if people can eat pizza, they will be eating right now.
Absolutely.
So how did you take this challenge up?
You see, when I started pizzas 10 years ago actually, there were no big players in the pizza market, and I run an Italian restaurant called the Bay Leaf. So it kind of made sense for me to come out with a very original thin crust, very Italian kind of pizza. So that all started as it was a shall I say, not a planned thing. It was something which I just was out with a friend of mine and tossing around a few things, having a glass of wine, and we said, okay, why don't you do pizzas? And here I come back to Colombo, and then we call call the ad agency, and they say, call it Harpo's Pizza. That's how it started. And when we started Harpo's Pizza, there were only two big players in the market, the international brands, and there was no one else. So we came up with this traditional wood-fired, thin crust Italian pizza, which has taken off, and now we have this mobile pizza truck, which is a novel concept to Colombo. And I don't think there are many pizza trucks in this part of the region actually, when you come to think of it.
Yeah.
And
I didn't know that there is
I don't think there is anything like this. And we have been having this now for 2 months, and it has become a real hit, Danu, because we take our truck from places to places. Plus we go to events, birthday parties, and places of that nature.
Actually, in a way, it's less hassle because they have to just get a truck to be parked in, that's all.
It's simple, you just call us, say I want X amount of pizzas, I want pastas, we stand there, toss it up, we got the cone pizza, which is a new thing which we launched, which is a great hit as well. We got the 9-inch pizza, we got the 22-inch pizza, then we got the 19-inch pizza, and then we did the 150-inch pizza, which was Colombo's largest pizza. Yeah. So here we go. Yeah. So, so the truck caters for all that kind of thing.
That is true. There's always so much to do. But Harpo, I just wanted to speak while this happens.
Yeah.
What's your sense of style? I'm just looking at it right now.
My business is very, very casual, nothing serious, but my sense of style is just as much as I can look laid back.
Okay.
There are things to be done. A lot of things happen behind the scenes, but running restaurants, you have to be on top of it, and you have to make sure standards are maintained, customers are looked after, quality of food, cleanliness. So it's a whole game. But you have to stay calm.
But one thing about Harpo is the fact that he's so hands-on with what he does, which is brilliant. Because you have multiple restaurants running at the time we speak. Yeah. But you know the lingo everywhere.
Yes, and I must say I'm very thankful to the people who work with me, because I got a great team of people working from Commons to Fort Cafe to Muse to Curve to Pizza to Bay Leaf. So the good thing about it is that the team is good. Otherwise, it's totally impossible to run 7 restaurants and being able to deliver high-end stuff. So I hats off to the team actually.
When you were growing up, if you have sat and told your mother, I want to run a few restaurants, I'm sure she'll have given a toke on your head. Because, back in the days, it was such a taboo thing for a man to be associated with food. Although there were chefs, it was not something that the parents did want to see them go to.
But saying that, I always wanted to deal with people.
Okay.
So I was a very people's person, with the music and being the DJ, I was, and so I always wanted to connect with people. And this is one thing which actually gave me a great opportunity. Pizza, food, music, people, it kind of goes with my brand well, being the DJ, music, being the people's man, being people, food being pizza, So it kind of rolled in well together, and I always wanted to deal with people because my skills were that, Okay. So that's why I'm happy with it,
You serve so many people, so many dishes.
Yes.
If you have to save yourself, can you cook?
I was in hotel school, so I can put up a pizza. When we were in school, we had to be in the kitchen. We had to be a chef. We had to be a storekeeper. We cleaned the kitchen. So we did a whole thing around a
So
hotel.
you can actually even put out a gourmet dish.
Not really fine dining, but we can do something similar.
Something to save
Yeah,
yourself.
exactly.
It's not going to be scrambled egg and sausages.
No, we can do a pasta if you want to.
Good. I just wanted to know the extent I can
Yeah.
go
Yeah,
with this.
exactly.
But coming back to your style, I've always wanted to ask you the shades that have stood still on your head for generations. I think ever since I've got to know you, it's always there, night or day. Unless you go home and change for the evening, I think it's always. What?
That has been my trademark. I don't know why, but
Okay.
the shades on my head actually indicates my brand. If you look around the Harpo's brand,
Okay.
over the P, you
Oh,
have
really?
you see over the O actually. There you go.
Oh yeah. Oh my God. Yes.
So there it is.
Oh really? Those are your. I just noticed it.
Yeah. So there you go. So that has been my trademark. You know, I always wear
Oh.
my shades on my head, and there you go. That's my signature actually.
Right.
And
So there's
then-
actually a longer story to this than what I
Yeah.
actually anticipated.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is.
So you learned something today.
I know something new, and that's I'm quite surprised about it.
Yeah.
So this has always been your look.
That
And
has
how
been
long
there.
has it been around for?
Whoa, 30, 35 years, I would think. Yeah, easy.
So
yeah.
you need to always have a shade that fits your head more than
Yeah,
your face.
Absolutely.
All right, behind me is just a full action in pro. I think they're just gone to.
They're just taking the pizza now back to the wood-fired. So where they actually cook it in, pull the pizza out of wood-fired,
Okay.
out of the truck. So this is something unique, as I said, you know.
Brilliant.
A wood-fired pizza truck.
Let's get into a break. When we do come back, I'm going to speak a little bit about what's in store for him from here. When we do come back, right here on Danu on Fire. Very rarely professionals become friends. In my opinion, I think that sort of changed with Harpo. Got to know him on a very professional level. But today I really value and treasure his opinion and comments, and I think I've grown so fond of a person who I can look up to. And that's the honest feeling that I have about
Thank
you.
you, Danu. Thank you very much.
And today I was actually getting so late for the shoot and I was feeling so bad because I was stuck in traffic. If it was somebody else, I would have not bothered so much. Because it was Harpo, I was just palpitating. Tell me, Harpo, throughout your time in this trade of evolving from a DJ to a business entrepreneur to someone who has been in hotels, you have literally evolved. There are so many who have been in your trade.
Yes.
But you have not ended up being on the side. You have actually just broken through. How was that? What was the run in you?
To be honest, it was a lot to do with passion and hard work, Danu. I was educated at St. Thomas's, you know, I went to hotel school. I had the passion for people. I had the passion to whatever I did, played the music, was the DJ of the country at that time, you know. And what I set my mind to was I always wanted to do something, I wanted to do it well. You know, from the time I worked from the Hilton to the Renaissance to wherever I worked, I put my heart into it. And for me, the customer came first, you know. And if you take care of your customer, they take care of you. Or if you put it that way, in my business now, if you take care of your staff, they take care of your customer. So it's a two-way thing, you know. And like I always say, you know, the passion drove me to do what I am doing today, and I'm blessed with the people around me to be where I am today, actually.
But you know, the fact that you have your evolution in terms of the little trades that you have tried, it all has the connection of entertainment to it.
Yeah, because you know, I come from a background of music and stuff like that, so I always try to connect. You see, the leisure industry, the hospitality industry connects with entertainment, you know. So from like I said, from the music days, playing music in the hotels, it always connected with people, you know, it always connected. And in any of my properties, yes, there is a twist to some kind of entertainment element in my restaurants or in my brand of pizzas, for that matter. You know?
That is true. You know, one thing that's so amazing is the fact that when there are so many restaurants and there's one person who's trying to somehow scrape one restaurant through into survival,
Yeah.
your restaurants have run so smooth, at least from the outside. Like, we can walk into Commons and feel at home at any given time. And the staff have literally become family to you. Today, I actually met a guy who said, "Mate mama hamuna hamans again." And I was like,
Yeah.
how do you even know to see he works there?
Oh wow!
So that's the amount of intimacy that they have with their people.
Yeah, to actually say, to come into my properties is like coming home. Yeah, a lot of my customers say they're very comfortable with my staff. Like you walk into the Commons, walk into the door, they say, "Okay, I know you want a double chocolate milkshake." Yes. So there are so many people who have told me the fact that your staff know us and we are so comfortable with your staff. That has been a huge plus for me to run 7 properties and being able to make my customers feel like coming home, you know.
That is true.
And that is the key. It's like if I'm coming to your house and if you don't make me comfortable, I won't come back to you, to your house.
Yeah.
So it's a very similar equation, you know. So it's like that, you know.
Going back in time, Harpo, I'm sure there was a time when DJs was thought they were the sexiest thing on earth. Like you could look like just a sack of potatoes. They'd be like, oh my God, he's a DJ. That era has definitely gone by now. What do you think that's missing? Because music has only grown, entertainment has only grown, there are more places to party. But why isn't that sensation that you guys had, the legendary DJs, after 20 odd years, it's not there? It should have been the other way around.
Yeah, but actually saying that, Danu, we did a show recently where the legendary DJs came together for the trails.
Again, it's yours. I'm asking, why is it not there now?
You see, the music has evolved, the techniques have evolved, the DJs don't communicate with the people, they are just robots playing music, there's no communication with the customer. Where when we were DJs, we just didn't play music. We also communicated with customers, we associated with customers. Today, a DJ comes in and he can never, you know, you talk to many a DJ and say, you know, do a countdown on a 31st night or speak on a microphone. They'll shun it, you know, because they cannot speak on a microphone.
And it's terrible.
And it's bad, being a DJ, being in the entertainment industry. But we learned it the hard way, you know. And today we can talk on a microphone or compare a show or whatever. But today the DJs just know only mixing music, electronic. Fair enough, I mean, hats off to the guys, but there's much more to DJing just mixing music, you know. It's much more to that.
Something that I've noticed is the fact that your daughter is slowly coming into the brand Harpo.
Yes.
I heard this and I wanted to know whether it's true. She asked you to lose weight for her wedding and you did.
Oh yes. She said, Dad, you're going to drop your weight on this stomach on my waist. And yes, I made a promise and it's been almost a year for December and she's been married and I work out a lot now in the gym. You know, the industry starts being in the food business. Late nights, you know, indulge in. Yeah, so I always find the time in my day-to-day operations to knock off for an hour or two and be able to, you know, work out and be on the floor at 7:30 because you have to welcome your customers. So there has to be a discipline in this kind of business you are in because you can be open to various kinds of temptations and various kinds of stuff. But I think discipline plays a key role in the hospitality business.
The cutest picture that I saw of she going to the church, I think, with you in the car, and there was a selfie that was put up on Facebook, and I thought it was so adorable.
Yeah.
And it's amazing to know that, you know, there's somebody who has seen you grow. I don't think she was born into when you were with all of this.
No, she was. No, we were working. I was working at the Renaissance at that time, and she lived in the hotel with me. But she from a small day she knew that I was in the hospitality business, been in the entertainment business. So when she left school, the first thing I asked her, "What do you want to do?" She said, "I want to do what you're doing." I said, "You want to do what your mama is doing?" She said, "No, I like to do what you're doing." And she fit in perfectly. She's also a people's person, and she studies people well. She understands people well. So I mean, I'm blessed, and I'm very happy with that. And also, being able to do this, you have to have a great family, and I'm blessed to have a family who has given me the opportunity and the freedom to do what I'm doing. You know.
But I must tell you, I bumped into him and his wife at Commons one day, and she asked me, "Is he going to cook on this show?" And I said, "No, he's not. If he's cooking, I really want to come and see how that is going to happen." But
thing is, she hasn't seen me cooking when I was in hotel school. That's the difference.
You have somehow covered the well-known secrets. All right, we need to wrap things up here, but when we do come back on the other side, you're going to come to know what made pizza sexy all over again, and at the same time, a little bit more about his journey in his field. Right here on Danu on Fire. Welcome back to the show. From the moving truck to the table. Now, this is possible when you come here. Anything is possible. Actually, the next thing that could be baked in there is me. All right, so Harpo, now 2017. How has it been? A colorful year for you?
Yeah, actually 2017 has been a great year, Danu, because we celebrated 12 years of the Bay Leaf restaurant and 10 years of Harpo's Pizza. We launched the first mobile pizza truck. We launched the first cone pizza. So 2017 has been, the first 10 months have been extremely exciting for us. And we got great things lined up for 2018 as well, as a group, as personally as well. So I'm blessed to be, to be where I am today, and I'm happy. Like I said, I'm happy to have a great team behind me. Without them, I won't be where I am today.
with so many things happening in your life, how do you shut down? What is your PC off button?
My PC off button is actually going home, sitting down with my Labrador. It can be any time of the night. I spend time with my doggy. Probably have something to eat, probably late, which is the most unhealthiest thing, but it's a very funny thing, you know. I very rarely eat dinner in many of my properties. For me, full stop is home, shower, front of a TV, and my Labrador. And I knock off at that time. It's probably late hours in the morning, but that's been my life actually
For a long time.
for a long, long time.
It's hard to break that part.
Yeah, it's a hard habit to break, like they
Yeah.
say, Chicago.
Yeah. But now, do you believe in like going somewhere to recuperate and sort of gather your thoughts?
Yeah, I do that once a year or twice a year. I try to get out of town.
Because it's so too many people. You have to smile. You have to. You're literally
Yeah, I
like-
know. I would love to knock off, and I do knock off out of the week. I will knock off at least twice a week. I knock off. Sunday is Sabbath for me. You know, I keep it totally Sabbath, and for the year I will knock off about go out of town, go out of the country, recoup, rethink, and chill, because you need to do that. The system needs that, because you're always on the move, meeting, greeting, dining, wining, meeting people, cocktail here, this. So the body needs that, you know, and I find the time to do that. Otherwise, it's 37 years on the road, man. It's a long haul, you know.
Do you ever find yourself awkwardly placed when you're in midst of the complete buzzing Colombo life? Do you find it very? All right, hold on.
Okay, come. It's a nice seafood pizza and half cheese.
Oh, half
Lovely.
cheese is my thing.
Yeah,
So that's a seafood pizza, and that's the
half cheese.
All right,
half
brilliant.
cheese, half seafood, and chicken.
excellent. So I'm going to actually dig into this.
Yeah, please. Yeah.
That's my favorite. You can never go wrong with cheese.
Yeah.
So what was I going to ask you? No, I've got so carried away with the pizza, I've forgotten. Forgot my own job. Yeah. So this the awkward situation when you're caught in midst of this Colombo run. Nothing bad about it, but it's a very high energy place. You have people at a very intimate space.
Yeah.
And how are you at all these cocktail events and meet and greets and say, hi, how are you? I've come here.
You see, it's a part of the job, Danu. You know, I've been in it for so many years. So, you know, that's a part of hospitality. You know, you either fit into it or you don't fit into it. You know, it's not that you go there to, you know, not trying to be a social climber, but that's a part of your job. You're invited for social events. You're hosting events of whatever. You know, wine evenings, dinners. So that's a part of the business. So I fit in pretty well, but I don't overdo it, if I'm to say so. You know. I try to be myself as much as possible. I never try to put on anything. I'm just myself, you know.
Yeah.
You take me for what I am, kind of thing. You know, that's it. You know, it's as simple as that. You know.
Spirituality, how close is it to you and how important is it to you?
It's been very important for me. You know, I'm very close to the believer. I believe in God. I mean, people might look at me and say, you really do that? People think that
Yeah,
I
the
don't.
facade is
Yeah,
not-
exactly. The facade is not cut out to be
Yeah.
that kind of thing. But I am very religious in the sense, you know, I do believe there is, and I'm always thankful to God for what He has given me, and I always thank Him for where I am today. And all this is possible because of Him, and I thank God for it every night, and I thank God every morning when I wake up for all this. You know.
And the spiritual element is what sort of gathers all of us into that one place. Being
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know, being human, you see, being able to help. You know, that's another element in my group. You know, we do a lot of CSR stuff, which my group does, and we are happy to help. We're happy to do stuff for people. We help the theater. We help the arts. We do a lot of stuff with sponsorship, helping younger folk to coming out. You know, so helping new bands. So from a group point, we do a lot to the entertainment industry and the social element as well. You know.
All right. There's something that I have to tell before we wrap things up on the show. If you do ever get a chance, speak to Harpo. I'm telling you, it'll actually open your eyes in the way you see life. So my sister cooks. That's her passion, and she's left her full-time job. It's very rare that you'll find someone who will actually sit down and speak and not only give advice to someone who might be in a competitive field. And it's amazing because that's the only way you could share the love that you'll have for someone. And it happens only with Harpo, and he was just so open about, hey, you should do this, don't worry, it'll all come right. And that takes a lot.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And I always tell, I'm always there to support the up and coming people, give them the, give them the right areas to work with and to advise them on to be on the correct track. I mean, we should be helping people. That's my motto, to help people, and I'm very, very, because I was helped through my career, and I think I have to give it back to the younger generation as well, So I'm always there to advise.
Well, the best part is there's a place for you to have a conversation, there's a place for you to learn something from. And to me, Harpo will always remain a very special person in this trade where I've come across so many.
Yeah, I'm sure you do.
And there's a very few that you'll meet, connect, and you know that you can call at any time and say, okay, I need your advice, I need your support. But they're there for you with no conditions, and that's brilliant. Harpo, thanks so much for gracing my simple show.
Thank you very much, Danu.
If you're wondering why isn't Harpo eating pizzas, it's not that he doesn't like it. He's very disciplined. He said, I can't eat machanga this time. So I shall enjoy my 4-cheese pizza. It's a wrap on the show, but we'll catch you again with another phenomenal episode. But for now, I'm going to continue my evening with Harpo.